Hi guys, Bobags here and welcome to my Dungeonborne guide. In this guide I'm going to show you how to solo the Cyclops as a default base kit rogue. The Cyclops is the main boss on the solos map, and in my opinion I think the rogue is the most effective class to solo it due to its high base movement speed, which allows you to get away from its attacks and stuff. And like I say, it's just a default rogue, you don't need any equipment to do this. Anyway, without further ado, let's get to it and enjoy! So here we are at the top of the steps where the Cyclops lives. Normally always start the fight off with a stealth, aka vanish. That way you can safely loot his gold chest that's up here. This is so that if another player decides to come and interrupt you halfway through the fight and you have to leave, which they do enjoy doing, then at least you've already got something out of it. And from then on, the Cyclops in his starting lying down position, you can basically get around I think it's like 5 free hits on him or 3 backstabs on him before he stands up. So you start the fight off with that, and then you want to quickly move out the way because he swings behind him. And from here on in, it's about figuring out when you can get a free hit on him and when you can't. You have to be pretty careful because basically all of his attacks just one-shot you. So this is a perfect example. So when he does the rock throw, when you see him initiate the animation, if you are close enough to him, you can literally just walk around behind him and you can get one of the lunging backstab followed by just another normal backstab and then back away. Now this is the ground slam ability. You need to be really careful because it is a massive radius area of effect, and if you are caught anywhere near it, you are just dead. Now it is possible to jump the shockwave that comes out of it, so you could be standing right next to him and jump it and survive. However, I think I've managed to pull this off maybe 3 or 4 times max ever. I found the timing of when you need to make the jump is extremely clunky or janky. I don't know whether it's a server or desync issue or whatever, but you'll have literally figured out what the correct timing is. You'll have done it a couple of times, and then later on you'll go to do it, and sometimes it will work and other times it won't work, and you'll just die and you won't be able to figure out what the difference was. In my opinion, it should not be relied on, and it's better to just get a safe distance away from him to make sure that you survive, and the rogue's high base movement speed will allow you to do this. So going into another rock throw here, as you can see on this occasion we're actually not close enough to simply walk around behind him for the free backstabs. So this time we're going to use the pillar to block the rock. The only thing you need to be really careful of is that if he's extremely close to the pillar that you're using for cover, then sometimes the rock will simply clip straight through the pillar, obviously hitting and killing you. So in those situations you want to make sure that you use at least 2 pillars in between you and the Cyclops to safely avoid it. Just getting some more free backstabs, and I think we're using another pillar to avoid a rock. If you time it correctly, you can always get a safe free hit after the rock throw. You just need to make sure you leave the pillar immediately after you hear the rock hit. If you leave it any later than this, then you risk him starting another attack animation as you're approaching him, which will work out pretty bad for you. I can't emphasize enough how much of a good idea it is to every now and again periodically use stealth to buy yourself a few seconds to come over here, check the balcony, check the stairs, make sure there are no players creeping up on you. It will actually surprise you how often this does happen. Also, doing this will cause the Cyclops to reset to his original position where you can go and get another free backstab, and don't worry, doing this does not reset the fight or his health pool. So currently just alternating between rock throw and ground slam. At some points he will just start walking towards you, which I think he does to me now. So when he does this, it is always a guaranteed free hit, although you need to be careful to get away from him straight after hitting him, because he always goes straight into a melee swing, and sometimes it's a single swing and sometimes it's a double swing, of which we've just seen both of them just there. And I think currently there's no way to tell from his starting animation which one he's doing, so it's always safe to wait out the first swing before you go into attack, just in case he is doing the double swing. And then you see we made use of stealth again just to go and check the balcony, just to see. Still all looks clear. There's a single swing, another single swing, And there's the double swing that we mentioned. And then into a ground slam. In terms of spotting ahead of time when ground slam is coming, which is obviously pretty useful if you can, I'm going to be honest, from my experience, there is not really much to go by. The only thing I did notice is that just before he does it, sometimes he does this weird little thing where he'll just be standing still looking at you, and he'll just, for a split second, start the animation of walking, but then suddenly stop and go back to just staring at you. And then when you see him do this, it normally means he's about to ground slam. Like I say, it's not much to go by, and it's kind of hard to notice, but once you do get good at spotting this, you'll be able to get a heads up of when ground slam is coming. Making use of stealth just to check the stairs are still clear. All looks good, which is great. We come back in for a free backstab. Oh, not gonna lie, that was a tight bumhole moment. He never normally goes straight into a ground slam after a stealth backstab. Very unusual behavior from the Cyclops, and I was pretty close to him when he did it. Nerve-wracking moment. And it would obviously be quite unfortunate if things went south now at this kind of late stage in the fight. We know he must be getting pretty low right now. And there it is, the Cyclops finally goes down. We check the loot. And as you can see, didn't drop anything too good. But I have seen him drop blues and purples before. That's just the way it went on this occasion. Thank you very much, guys, for checking out my Cyclops solo guide for Dungeonborne. I hope you enjoyed it, or I hope you found it at least somewhat helpful. If you did like it or learn anything from it, then please do drop a like and subscribe. Likewise, if you've got any other tips you can offer for this fight, or if you'd like to see more content like this from me, then please do leave a comment down below to let us know. Thanks again, and I'll catch you in the next one.